Well, good morning. I've goofed something in how I was doing my eCam. I somehow oopsied and turned off the other five destinations from the other stream. So, oh God, which is a bit annoying. My daily there has been turned off. So I'm just going to quickly do a quick streaming now through there, and hopefully we can get going on our live stream for the daily card spread straight away. So I'm going to have to do a quick create event. Right. Oh, I don't want to do a scheduled. I don't want to do a scheduled. How the heck do I start a new one? Now, this is interesting because I'd goofed it up. This is going to be a bit of a learning out loud one right now because I don't know how to do it in the restream as an off the cuff. And it's not, no, I don't think I can. Let's see how I can do it. Stream recorded. No, that's not what I want to do. This is a little bit of a learning experience in the background, isn't it? Am I actually live on my time? I'll just double check that because I should be as the 14th. That should be going live right now. And I'm not getting that. What's happening? What is happening? Let me double check and see. Saying that I'm on. Hi, Sharon. How are you? You can still see me. It's not a blue screen or anything because that's what I was doing, was checking that everything was okay on the Facebook page, and somehow I cut out my restream factor and even my Facebook page isn't loading. So that's a weird one. This is a bit weird. I don't know how I am going to do this one. So let me just have a looky cookie. Just one more effort. Add live studio. I don't really want to set up the live studio. Use a built-in webcam, and I'm wanting. Oh gosh, no! Look, that's just a wee bit too hard. No. Or is it? No, I don't think I'll be doing that. And my Facebook isn't loading. My time link's working. Ah, good. Okay. Yes, I can see you. Hi, Judy. And yep. Okay. Good morning, Sarah. And good morning, Kathy. Now, well, there you go. Today obviously wasn't meant to be streaming using my restream because somehow I accidentally, or it just dropped out. But still, we can go ahead as far as we're on mytimetv.live and into my YouTube channel. Okay, so thank you for being here, and good morning, Veronica. Lovely. Whoa, gee, that flipped in and out, didn't it? Good morning. Now, I'm going to switch over to the cards. Now, remember to turn on your intuitive senses here so that you can actually get your own messages as well. So good morning, Stevie. Wow, you're on time for the live all the way from the UK. What time in the evening is it there for you? It'd be around about the 8-ish, what is it, 7 or 8, or is it the other way, 9 or 10? I can never remember. Here we have, this is the deck that I'm using still. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. So that gorgeous expanded edition deck. Just noticed I've got this up the corner. I'll tell you about that one in a minute. Okay, I'll put that there for those that might still want to know the deck as I'm reading it. Okay. Now, with all our stuff turned on and concentrating, and I've got the iPad going now, and I thought I'd turned everything off. Here we've got the 5 cards in our layout. Workspace. 9:30 there. Yep, evening. Thanks, Stevie. Workspace, we've got the Tower. And we've got the young lady in the home space. I love the Labyrinth up the top in the unexpected. Fox in your role. That's going to be interesting interpretation. And we've got the older man in the outcome. Okay, so let's get into it. Quite a bit different from yesterday's spread. It work with the tower, it actually does feel like it's in the right place today. It's putting the foundations down. I mean, we know that the foundations are there. We have been building on it. So just, the work's established. It's something that you've been in and at for a while now. And I'm feeling that we've got that is the achievements that we're moving there. I can never remember which way I'm supposed to put that, but anyway, I'll do it on my left. That you're working it up to, it's almost like, as we can see it pointing to the sky, that we're actually having our focus being skywards. I won't say heavenwards, because that then gives the connotation of other things. I'm feeling that it's just that our achievements, our goals, they are great goals. They're achievements that we can get. We've made them so that they are attainable. And our vision, our goals forward are just majestic. It just feels like they are worthy to actually be pursued. So whether that's in your career path or whether that's going to be in your business growth, I'm feeling, I'm sensing, I'm seeing, there's that is like, on trees where you have the leaves starting to bud and you've got those two little ones that start to grow from the middle and are the different colour and are bright and alive and full of potential. So that's where my eyes caught. It's going to that peak of this tower image. Put your positive thoughts into that, that growth, that change, what you need to be doing in your workspace that's going to get you to that, to nurture and actually keep that growing, because it does feel like, yes, it does need some weeding around the base and mainly water. It's reminding me I've got to water our fruit trees. That's probably why the image of the fresh shoots on the trees come out the different colour, because the lemon tree is continually growing. It's a lovely tree. So keep that in mind for your workspace today, is that nurture and, tending to, so that you've got that perception, that goal, that focus for what is ahead, that it's magnificent. It really is. It's got that gorgeous growing energy, difference of what it's been from this year. It can only but move forward, can't it? So here in our home space, the young lady, I was quite impressed and felt at ease when I saw both these cards together like this, that they are facing each other. I'm feeling that with the younger lady, that is we are going to spend some reflective time today. I know for myself that I've got some time ahead. I've got an appointment that's going to be with reflection involved and looking back at the past. And that looking back at the past is just to learn and gain ways of being more and more in the present moment and what is forward for us, because we can dwell too much on our past and what those events were without dealing with them. So yes, even the therapist needs a therapist type of thing, and I'm feeling that that's very much an important thing today. And it's looking back at those times with love. There's the rose in the hand, and it's at ease, like she is at ease in her space and opening to what is needed to be done. That's what I'm feeling, even for myself in my day to day. It's that opening self to the possibilities and the different ways that might show up of what's been occurring in your past life, as well, to move it forward, to pack it in its baggage and park it if it's needed, to actually bury it if it's needed, to just move it forward into the now, so that those learnings are going to be part and parcel of stepping forward and into newness, into something that's going to be a surprise, which is what I like with the labyrinth, because it's got the helping hands of others in this pathway. Wherever you're choosing to go, whichever of those because it does remind me of those maze games when we were kids. Well, I still do them occasionally, but the ability to be able to still see who is around to help. And that's where, when you're needing help, call out for it, organise it, have that um, freedom to choose who and what you're having in your life to be able to help too. It's a unique thing that each and every one of us actually has, is our choices. Whichever way we're going to choose to go and step, it is our choice. And once we've made those decisions, we need to stand by what the consequences are, that we have made the right choice, because everything's perfect in its right time, and with who we are with, for what we're going to learn on our pathway. Excuse me, I could feel that sneeze coming. Didn't blow my head off. No. So, good morning, Shez. Even though it did feel like it a bit. And Leanne, good morning. Thanks for tagging a friend. That's lovely. Now, back to our labyrinth. The other thing that a labyrinth actually is symbolically too, or is it metaphysically or theoretically? Anyway, a labyrinth that is laid on the ground can be used as a meditative pathway as well. There are particular patterns. If you look up the word labyrinth as a Google or Bing or whatever one you choose to use, we've got so used to saying, "Oh, go Google that." Do a search on labyrinth, and you'll find that there are different set patterns from history to now that are used in that pathway of contemplation, of meditation, and they can be extremely helpful in giving you some focus, and especially connected in with. And remember, this young lady, it is in our home space. Our home space is what's close to us, what's from our hearts. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical place and space. It can be that inner realm that's our heart space, soul space, whatever name you want to give to it, that we know is deep within. Connect the two today in going for a walk that is like you walking your labyrinth. And it can be such a peaceful time to actually gain more understanding of who you are. The opportunity for that may pop into your day. It may not. It could be that you're needing to do that just in a quiet time, sitting in a chair, instead of going physically walking. There's so many different possibilities of how we can actually look to that inner self. And I feel that does need to be part of what your day is today. So, and thank you, Leanne and Sarah and Sharon. Isn't it wonderful what a sneeze can do? It brings out the blessings. Thank you. Now, here I'm feeling, as we come to the fox in our role, now that's going to need a particular blessing of kinds. What I'm feeling here as I'm looking at this card is self. How do we manipulate others? That's what's coming forward in my mind. And I think we need to be actually reflecting a little bit too from this inner young lady, that feminine energy. And even if you're a man watching, we all have the balance of masculine, feminine, and tap into that feminine self in understanding. Each and every one of us has different ways that we do manipulate others. And I'm feeling it's that word is coming in with the fox today. So be aware and consciously decide, I'm not going to manipulate. I am only focusing on what is good for all and not just from my own perspective. Bring in that more global or other person aspect to it, that we're looking back and, how is my actions affecting someone else? And move away from anything that's going to harm others. That's what I'm really feeling around this, and deciding what we need to be doing in that respect. It is our role to know and understand ourselves to how we are in that connection of our community, of our family, our community, the country, global. Our thoughts do bring forward the humanity's actions in some respects. Once you start getting into I just noticed that. Eat germs. We've become so fear-bound in all sorts of things now. We need to, what position's the fox? It's your role. The fox is in your role position. So that's where, and the word that's coming forward for me is that manipulation. And I think it can be too in standing in your own ground when you feel that someone else is trying to manipulate you, where you are in that spot in the day type of thing. So do remember that. It's a two-way. Good morning, Louisa. Wonderful to see you here. Any interaction and connection with other people in relationship, and that can be just chatting, two people that are friends can be just chatting, and that's a relationship. It can be a bank teller and you getting some money, that's a relationship. Anything that you're doing, at a shop, the counter person to you, that's a relationship. Even just walking around and saying hi to someone, you've connected. It's a relationship. Can be very short, obviously, but it's still something that whatever your movements and decisions and what you're doing, it does affect others. It's that drop in the pond, that creates the ripple effect, and it spreads out. So just have some mindfulness around that in what you do today, that it's, just having, it's an awareness, it can be, or if others around you are deliberately trying to manipulate situations in very obvious ways, well, that's pretty much, that can be a lot easier to deal with. Just check it out. Be aware of what that is for you in your role today, where fox is coming out. And remember too, the fox is only looking after their interests. We all are here living a life and surviving in that life. I'd rather think of it as being a positive, our lives to the fullest, instead of just trying to move everything around and manipulate and blah, blah, blah. So hopefully you understand that context. Remember, you're turning your own intuition on with this and getting your own understanding too. The outcome, having that older male, and it's not saying that there's any, there is difference between male, female, yes. This is the older, more wise, masculine energy. And it doesn't make it any bigger, better than the older, wiser female, feminine energy. It doesn't make it any bigger, better, or otherwise than the young ladies or the young mans. It's at a different level of experience and understanding. And we do want to be, being the best person that we can be, we want to be able to actually understand what is about us in this current present situation, present time, right now. And I think that's where, if we can sit in that more masculine energy, the practical side sometimes does need to create that balance of what we have as the feminine, gentler energies. It's all needed. It's the whole embodiment of who we are in all these different little aspects of these cards, even just in this spread. But if you laid out the whole deck of a Lenormand deck, even that falls short. And there's 36 cards in the original Lenormand deck. Even that, as the creation of that as being a complete story of who we are in the way that we use the cards, it falls short still. We're needing to actually understand in our experiences that we've had to date as our present human life, and be open to that awareness of further growth, further understanding, further delving. You can see that he's got a bit more of that wistful, wise look about him. And the understanding is there. It's that knowing. I'm feeling it is that the outcome is going to be a wonderful maturity of understanding there. Good day, Marianne. Lovely to see you this morning as well. So open yourself to what the potential is in your day of having that in our workspace, whether it's business or work, but in that workspace, the nurturing of what's needed to be bringing forward that magnificent potential, those young shoots into full-blown leaves and fruiting. bringing all of that with where we've been, those experiences, and dealing with what we need to. It's actually doing the work and dealing what we need to, taking those journeys along those pathways of life and understanding, and really delving into, I think, how we actually deal with others in our relationships here as far as our role in what we're doing through the day. That word manipulation is my focus, how you understand Fox for today. I'm going to switch around my thing now because we've got the gist of the actual spread. And what I just want to share is that understanding of what life actually is for you. I've brought in my own interpretation of where my life is sitting at this point in time without revealing too much. Those that are close friends would know probably some of what I'm explaining from a base of, if I said that right. But it's what is important to you in how you've understood those cards, in how it's going to be for you today. Have the openness and awareness within yourself of what's happening around you, what you have, what you've gathered to be your tools and lessons in your life, because you are in your space and place for that purpose to learn for you. And interact with others is the best way we learn from experience. So have a wonderful time. Create the adventures you want. In the way that you're understanding where you are in your life at the moment. It doesn't matter whether you're dirt poor or filthy rich. We are people. We have our emotions and the way we think and the experiences we've had to bring us to where we are right now. Each and every one of us absolutely unique and absolutely wonderful, beautiful people. Bring that side of what is the best you out and into the open. Gradually be that rose bloom that blossoms and into the beautiful flowers. So I'm going to leave that there with you this morning. Unfortunately, didn't get to those other 5 channels. Well, I'll just have to do some copy pasting or whatever thing it is I've got to do, uploading where it needs to. Thank you for being here. At the 8 o'clock tomorrow will be the same, similar. I'm hoping not to repeat the oops with the other, with the cam. And thank you. Have a great day. Hope it goes well. Well, yes, thank you. Yes, Sarah, you know where I'm going. So thank you so much for being here. I thoroughly enjoy doing these dailies, and we'll continue onwards. Keep being your beautiful you to the best that you can. Namaste.